The food is cancer. Everything is trying to kill us. Everything is made to be as addictive as possible. Why? Because they want us to buy Cheetos and ice cream until they have taken all of our money. If we get diabetes or some other related disease, it doesn't really matter because consumerism. And our body's biology is engineered to want fatty, salty, sweet foods because survival. So naturally, it feels like the odds are against us when we try to eat cleaner. This raises questions like, what is a sweet tooth? Why, when we are laying on our sofa, we have met our nutritional needs, caloric needs, drank enough water, maybe even had some fruit, why do we absolutely need a sweet treat? See, the sweet treat is dangerous. Not when it's done moderately, but it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. I personally never used to have a problem with it. It used to be a habit that I used to do maybe once a week, and suddenly, now it's multiple times a day. The cravings have started to feel more urgent. I started researching this mostly because I was just spending more and more money on food, which is crazy because it was like unhealthy food. So I had money for snacks, but not my meals. We crave sweet treats because our brains evolved in an environment where sugar was scarce but valuable. So obviously sweet food equals energy. The humans who got access to it just survived more and reproduced more. So even though nowadays food is obviously abundant, the biological wiring is still within us, and there are several factors that play into this. Now, our brain obviously releases dopamine when we have these sweet treats. That intake of sugar is just it's so pleasurable, and that's why the habit is unfortunately very easy to form, and it's made worse by stress and sleep deprivation, like everything else in life. So there we have it. Now, let's get to the good stuff. I've decided to cut out all of junk food. I'm talking fast food, I'm talking processed meats, any sweet sugary treat. I ended up cutting out sugar completely, even though that wasn't originally in the plans, but yeah. This is not for body image issues, just a disclaimer. Those eating disorder communities can be very toxic, and I just want y'all to know this is not what that is. I just want to have some control over the things that I put inside of my body, like the Coca-Cola companies can't be completely in control of my health. I do have to take some part in that, so here we go. This has mostly been the footage from day one. I stuck to the basics: vegetables, egg, black coffee. The thing that I was eating before was ceviche, which is, just fish and vegetables, so that was nice. On day 2, I started to feel very motivated. I decided to make a meal for the whole family, which is something I never do. I'd been craving some pasta, which I thought would be great with like some chicken fajitas. I mixed the pieces of chicken with bell pepper and zucchini. Super yum. The pasta was amazing. I made it with like the tomato, herbs. I nothing was processed. Y'all need to know I did everything. I was out here grilling. I was out here making the tomato sauce, which I mixed with some Philadelphia for that like creamy texture. At this point I was kind of struggling because my sister was walking around eating a Snickers bar, and I had to tell her to put it away or at least keep it out of my sight, because I'm used to indulging myself in whatever I want, and saying no to something that I'm craving is just kind of testing my limits. So yeah, but it became a fun challenge to substitute unhealthy snacks with healthy ones. Now when I go to the store, I'm thinking about my meals, how to turn ingredients into meals, or buying fruits to substitute my snacks. My OGs are now olives, plums, bananas, and all of that stuff. I'm a complete Arizona addict, but now I am drinking green tea or black coffee or just straight water. So, yeah, this was me trying to plate the chicken and pasta, restaurant style. It looks kind of nice, to be honest. I was very impressed, and it was super delicious. So, I'm giving day 2 10 out of 10. 100%. On day 3, my boyfriend and I got sick, and I genuinely made it the most delicious chicken soup I've ever made. I feel like this challenge has really tested my cooking skills to reach new heights, but I looked like a disaster, so I didn't record anything. It felt like a special kind of hell being in the peak of summer in a tropical area and not being able to eat junk food or cold water or even be in AC. I mean, guys, I really struggled. Everything was against me and I had to go back to work. I did end up going to the movies, but I obviously couldn't buy anything because everything is just junk food, packaged stuff, sodas. So I ended up actually sneaking in olives and a plum because I was like, girl, y'all ain't gonna catch me watching Odysseus, which was almost 3 hours with no snacks. So and those olives actually went a very long way. That and like my water, but I had a great time. Now, honestly, I was hoping to do kind of like a day-by-day basis, but we reached day 3, 4, and girl, I was sick. I was just eating the same thing, which was like with my chicken soup. I would just use that chicken to make mix it with vegetables or make quesadillas or something, I don't know. At this point, I was eating corn on the cob, which I realized counts as no junk food. Why? Because it's natural. I didn't cut out dairy products, so this was my excuse as a snack. I bathed this mofo in butter, cream, cheese, and honestly, it was absolutely delicious. This was me mostly just making vegetables and fruit my snacks. I was also still sick, so it honestly gave me an advantage because when I'm sick, I don't like junk food. My go-tos when I'm sick is to peel garlic, cut it, and leave it sitting out for like 10 minutes because that gives the properties, the antibacterial properties or something, time to act. You down it like a pill, or you can like chew it or whatever. I swear to God, garlic has saved my life so many times. One time I was sick for almost like a month. I was on antibiotics, I was on everything. Nothing could save me, but garlic saved me. So maybe that's where my love for organic kind of like healthy diets comes from, because I feel like food is meant to be medicine. It's supposed to help us, it's supposed to nurture us and give us what we need to live and be healthy. So yeah, at this point of my journey, we were on day 4 or 5. I was still trying to find creative ways to make healthy snacks or dinners, and I'm not gonna lie, I started realizing the propaganda that junk food really is. You know, you step into a store and you are bombarded by all types of snacks, greasy, fatty, or sweet, or acidic, and everything is packaged, everything is so processed, it's insane. But we have been like conditioned to feel like, oh, it's just a snack, like I need a snack. Why do you need a snack? Start planning your dinner. Start making your lunch, meal prep. I don't know. It's like you start being like, whatever happened to nature snack? Whatever happened to eating an apple? I genuinely went like months without eating apples or eating a lot of things. I don't know. I feel like sometimes we feel the need to be like, oh, I need an ice cream, or I need to go to Dairy Queen because I'm just craving it. I need it. But it's like, I think if we spent that same energy and money on making healthier snacks, we could come out the better end, you know? I feel like you're eating good when you can go to the bathroom and it's like chef's kiss, amazing. Sometimes I'll go sometime without only eating meat or only eating junk food, and it's like you immediately see your body starting to reject these things, and it's like, we need vegetables, babe. Make yourself a salad. But I think we just need to start working on the quantities first, and then start to be like, maybe this company has brainwashed me with so many commercials to believe that I need to buy this thing. But in reality, we don't. As time went on, I thought I was gonna go crazy, like when people cut out, I don't know, drugs or alcohol. But in reality, junk food, it's a made-up need. But you don't need it. You do not need it. And as days went by, I would see people around me consuming a lot of either packaged foods or sodas or all these things, and you don't really crave it. You leave it and you start feeling honestly great. So take with that what you will.